First up is my new Bird of Paradise leaf. I got this plant last year, about 18 months ago, and it was it was 2 feet tall, maybe. And it actually came with another plant, so this is one of the two. I sold the other one a little bit ago. This is a splurge plant that I haven't necessarily. Well, I did tell Ryan about this. It's a Philodendron Milano Chrysum, and it has a new leaf ready to pop open as well. Love that red color. These leaves get huge. They're really similar to a mican's at this point, but eventually they can get several feet long. So I'm looking forward to that growth. I air layered them because they had such great roots happening. So this one's really needy with humidity, and it's new to me, so I'm gonna keep it next to the humidifier for now. Moving on, we've got a Varicosum new leaf. Finally popped out, so I'm really excited about that. It's the first one in my care that's popped out. These also hopefully get huge and enormous eventually. My crystallinum, this is the last new leaf it popped out, and I was thrilled about it. It's been giving me inflorescences, so I've been collecting the pollen off of this one, and I will be pollinating this one when it's ready. But it's got a new leaf too, and look how pretty it is. Now this was sold to me as a crystallinum hybrid, so I don't know what the cross is, but I love the dark velvety leaves, the sheen, the size, and the color when it comes out with a new leaf. I just love it. This is another very exciting plant for me. More so just this leaf that popped out. This is a Philodendron Varicosum, and the leaves, it came with just this one. This one popped recently, but it had damage on the bottom, so I don't know if I didn't water it enough. So that was a bummer. And then I thought that this was going to be an inflorescence or a flower. And I was kind of bummed, because they take a lot of energy from the plant, but it's a leaf. You can see the red in here. And so I just got really excited that I can look forward to a new leaf instead of a flower, and it's going to be huge. And part of why I'm doing this is I thought about, people were probably going, wow, Kate's really gone off the deep end with these plants. Like, what is the draw? And I think I could just summarize it with new growth. So this new growth, it's exciting. It's exciting to see the changes. It's rewarding to know that you helped it thrive and do well. And so, when you see a new little baby leaf, it's just like you're proud, and it's great anticipation, and it's something to look forward to. So this is a birthday plant I also purchased. It's an Anthurium veitchii, or King Anthurium. And I think it's a wide forms because the abs are a little bit wider apart than other varieties. There's like a wide form and a narrow form where the ribs are closer together. So this was just a really healthy plant. It was on sale, and it has a new leaf that I just adore. It kind of reminds me of like corkscrew pasta or something. It's so cute. In the back is my Philodendron Gloriosum, and this is a new leaf that popped, and it's bigger than all the other ones by a lot. So that is another proud plant parent moment, and it has another new leaf coming right back there that I think is going to be pretty big. They're crawlers, so they need a longer pot so they can go do along the ground and thrive that way. This Plowmanii, Philodendron Plowmanii citrus, has a new leaf for me as well, so I'm really excited. This came out nicely. I love the silver variegation. It's kind of cloudy in the middle, and it's got these skinny petioles that are just really, really cool. Maybe it's kind of hard to see, but I love that plant as well. This is a Forgetii silver, and so Forgetii are known for their round top. There's no sinus, or maybe the sinus is rounded. I don't know, but you know, most Anthuriums have this sinus here in the middle, or like where the lobes come together, and this Forgetii are round, and this Forgetii has silver veining that is just gorgeous. Like, it literally sparkles like glitter. And this is a new leaf, so this was red and it just turned. This has been such an easygoing plant, so if you want to get into more obscure Anthurium, I can definitely recommend this. You know, it stays pretty petite, the leaves do, and it's just a real hardy, cute plant. So check that out. This is a Metallicum, Anthurium Metallicum. No new leaves yet, and that's okay. And this is an Anthurium that I got a while back, and I kind of underestimated it for a while. Anthurium Luxurians by crossed with Radicans. Now, Luxurians have these dimpled leaves that are just stellar, and so this isn't exactly that, but it's crossed with that, and it just gave me a new leaf that is red. Gorgeous, really pretty, glossy, and you know, it will eventually harden off to be green like its brothers. And that another leaf, is that? I think it is. I think that's another one coming. Yep. So that's exciting. This is the first new growth I have seen since I had it. While I'm back here, my Monstera Sonya variegated from Thailand is just gorgeous. Like, every leaf is so 10 out of 10. I love. Very hardy also, and it's got a new leaf coming. Exciting. This is a fuzzy petiole. I learned that their leaves get huge and gorgeous, so I just gave this some extra care, a new mix. I gave it a little stick to climb. Its leaves were all struggling, so I helped them get out. I think it was a little stressed. I accidentally snapped it. So anyway, this is moved to the humidity corner to help it unfurl all these different little leaves that it's struggling with. And then in the back, we've got a Monstera Peru variegated. This leaf is a half moon that will harden off to be lighter, so I'm excited. This is a brand new leaf. I don't know yet if the variegation will be good on this or not. It's kind of hard to tell. I think it might have like half moon-ish properties because this side is a little different than the other, but we'll see. These are a lot more finicky than the Adansonii. So not, you know, my hopes are not that crazy for that one. A Frydek Alocasia, it had a spider mite issue. I chopped it way back. really messed it up. And it has regrown. I treated it, you know, for spider mites, and it's regrowing really well. So it's got a lot of new leaves. I love this plant. It's very velvety, easygoing. So a lot of people have been asking about this plant. You can find them right now at Lowe's or some of the big box stores. It's a Caladium lindenii with gorgeous leaves. They're kind of like electric, and it's also called a xanthosoma. Starts with an X. So those are about 20 bucks at Lowe's. Sometimes you can find 2 in a pot, which is what I did. I sold both of those, but it's a pretty easygoing plant as well. All right, what else? I got a Philodendron silver stripe. So this is a Brazil. I don't know if you can see that very well. Philodendron Brazil, which is pretty common, and then this is a silver stripe. So I'm just gonna take it out. Oh, there goes the water. Goodbye. There you go. So silver stripes have a cream or bright lime green center, and then have silver on the edges of that stripe, and then dark green again. I got this at Plant Mode in Champaign. It's a little plant shop Matthias owns, and it's great. It's really neat. I have some of these available for sale as well if anybody is interested. Ooh, it's just pretty. It's just a really pretty plant. Philodendron silver stripe. Then these are Monstera Obliquea nodes that I got as a one long vine cutting from a guy in Chicago with some other plants. And there's 4 in here. I gave one away to a friend. These are really valuable plants. All of them have growth points, which is exciting, but not all of them have roots. Oh good, this one has a nice long root started. See, growth point, root. Good, good, good. I need to put this on a heat mat. But this one is just being a rock star and should give me a new leaf soon once it gets more roots established. I just need a couple of these at least to work out and grow. Coming with me, this is a Monstera Peru, and it's like one of my favorite plants. It's pretty common, but I just love it. I snipped a bunch to sell, and it's already growing up. Look at that, more leaves. All right. Okay, maybe one more. This is a Syngonium Elbow I got for 12 bucks on Blossom, the Blossom app. And one of these leaves is new. It's probably this yellow one. It's gonna get more white. I just love this. This is a really good cheap if you want to get into variegated plants. Check out Syngonium Elbow. It grows really fast. It's pretty easy. It's harder to kill. So it's a good one. Check it out. All right. We'll see you next time, and thank you for watching. Hi again. I wanted to do a quick update since some of the leaves I showed you in the last video have since unfurled. So first up, we'll start with the one I thought was going to be a flower, and it was a leaf. My Philodendron Varicosum. This had the shabby leaves, and the new one is just perfect. Look how soft and velvety it is. And the backside, it has this red color, so I'm really excited to see that. My Philodendron Milano Chrysum had that little leaf on the top, and it is unfurled. This damage suggests maybe spider mites, so I treated it. This came straight from the greenhouse, so you know, it's not, if that's the case, it's not my doing, but I've been treating it anyway. But last time this leaf was shown to you, it looked like a little screw, and it's since unfurled. This is Anthurium veitchii, or King Anthurium. Very cute. This is the plant I forgot to mention last time, which is silly because it's probably my most important plant. I should call it my favorite plant, but it's not there yet. My most expensive plant, yes. This was really worrying me. It's had some like edema, overwatering signs since I got it, but it's getting worse on this leaf. So I transferred this to new soil in a smaller pot because the roots, I figured, maybe needed some support. And I transferred it out of moss. So I'm really excited about this new growth. I totally forgot last time to mention it, but these new leaves here, these two, are a huge deal for me. So even if I lose this leaf, I know that the plant is doing well enough to have new growth. This is my Anthurium chainsaw. or Wendlingeri crossed with Scherzerianum Anthurium. This is the one that will eventually have the corkscrew flower, and I'm just really need this plant to be happy and survive. So for all of my Anthurium, I've put sphagnum moss on the top, and I try to keep it moist because that's where the new growth comes, and that's where, oops, sorry, even roots come out. My Forgetii new leaf is huge, doing great. Last time I showed you this Monstera Sonya had a little leaf coming out, and it has unfurled as well. The variegation is really pretty. It's got some sectoral variegation and marble. It's got light green, white, dark green, and marbling, so really happy with this plant. I love Adansonii because they're such they're so easygoing and really stable variegation. The Peru that I mentioned last time that doesn't have as stable variegation is still questionable how this will harden off. I think like half the leaf is kind of mottled with variegation and like this half is boring, but this is actually two plants. There's a new leaf coming and actually another new leaf coming back there. So even if this big one is a dud, hopefully there will be new variegation with the others. Oh, my Antherium Luxurians by by Radicans is doing really well. Got bigger since that last video. Look how big it is. It's so cute. I love that red color. And the other little baby I showed you last time, getting bigger. You cute. Hello. My crystallinum has this new leaf that has unfurled a lot more since the last video as well. Get some light on it. These have the best texture. So pretty. It's like iridescent purple, you know, like stickers you would get as a kid. Just gorgeous. I don't see any damage at all on this like the last leaf I had, so really happy with that guy. And there's something else happening here. Might be a new leaf popping here. Oops, one more section I forgot to show is my new setup for a little grow tent in the house. And I've got some pink princesses that I chopped up, and they have new growth coming right there. And this one has a little baby right there and new growth. So hopefully this will encourage variegation on an otherwise low variegation Philodendron pink princess. There's a little pink. And then I'm just gonna sell them off because I want a white princess instead. There's the Obliquea nodes. I'm leaving them alone. I'm not checking their roots for like a week because I've been really naughty checking their roots too much. But they all still appear to be alive. And baby, stop. This is my new plant mail. It's Philodendron burrow marks, variegated. And they're cutting, so hopefully new growth there soon. And then I have a variety of Anthurium seedlings, Vitarifolium, Gracile, cross of Blue Magnificum and Papillianium, and what's that one? Doriaki by Red Crystallinum. So those are on heat mats to encourage roots to get bigger. And I've got some Philodendron silver stripes for sale and a red Congo. Baby! Baby. I wanted to just do a quick mention over here of some new growth. My Syndapsis exotica it's hard to understand it without him being in person, but this leaf is huge and I love it. This new leaf will be nice too, but that one is just really big, and it gave me like 2 all silver leaves, which I've never seen, and it's just gorgeous. This is a Philodendron Heterosium, or a heartleaf philodendron, from my grandma Leiden, who is passed away now like 10 years. I guess she had this plant for 20 years or so, and my dad took the plant and then he gave my sister and I clippings, so it's doing really well, and it has some new growth as well, so I thought I could show it off. Love the color. This is a Florida Beauty that's got a new leaf coming. Mican's new leaves are red. Silver Sword just got a repot, and it's got some new leaves as well. The color on those are great. Philodendron Silver Sword. I've got a Prince of Orange Baby down here. It's got a new leaf. It's orange, pretty cute. And a Macaulay's Finale, new leaf coming. This is a really rare Pothos called Global, or Japanese Global. Sometimes you'll find them in a global green in your greenhouse, or in your pot from like a big box store. You could look. So the global green, you know, looks kind of like this, but mine has more white and yellow. This one looks like a scrambled egg. It's pretty cute. Then I got a Philodendron Bilietiae. I love the cupped leaves. These get really big and long. And it's got a new leaf that just popped. My first one since I got it at Plant Mode in Champaign. Look at these cute little cupped leaves. They're so cute. And I guess we'll wrap up with just this bird of paradise looking fine as always. It's just growing up, doing its thing, being beautiful. So thanks for coming along with me. We'll see you next time.